Come on, 49 faithful, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mine.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mine. It's 49er mine.
We gotta get that brick by brick real quick.
49er mine.
Yeah, yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mine.
We from the Bay.
49er mine.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mine.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mine.
Oh yeah, freak out, yeah, I'm looking right into the video scope, and this is Macho Man, #1 Macho Man impersonator, past, present, future, yeah, and I'm here to tell you, you are watching 49er Minded with Bashar, yeah, the cream of the crop, dig it?
What is up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Welcome to 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. I'm going to go ahead and bring my guest on. It's John V from the Locker Room Rant. Some of you guys might know him from the Rombo Show. He's been a frequent caller on there for quite some time, and some of you might know him from the Twitter Spaces. It's John V in the house. I like to call him the Greek Destroyer. How you doing, bro?
What's up, fam? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man. Great to see you. Great to talk to you. It's been a little bit since I had you last on, but talked to you yesterday. But from that point on, there was a huge gap where we didn't talk to each other. So because of that, there's plenty to talk about in Ninerland.
Yes, sir.
We got JJ and K Squad 2.0. Must be a new guy, but hey, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you. Let me say what's up to 49er Chanel. I think you live in Guam, if I'm not mistaken. I know you on Twitter. How you doing, bro? What up, faithful? We got Kenny in the Pacific
Chanel.
Northwest.
Good to see you, fam.
Oh, yeah, he's always on. Conscious Rosa, that's my boy. Javier over in San Jose says, yo, my G's. Hey, good to have you on. Prius game, Jimmy G's right-hand man. So, yeah, man, there's all kinds of craziness going on today. We had a little talk before the show started. And before we get into that, I just want to tell people that if you guys don't know who this guy is, he has his own show, and he's on Twitter, and I put all the descriptions for the links to follow him in the description box of this video. So definitely check him out. And last time I had you on, we had a bit more trying to get to know you questions, but just give everybody a brief intro of who you are, and as a Niner fan, and talk about your show a little bit. Why not?
So I've been a Niner fan my whole life. I have a show of my own, dude. I have two of my best buddies and I. We have a Browns fan, a Bills fan, and a 49er fan, and we rant. I mean, that's why we called it the Locker Room Rant. We just get on, we talk baseball, football, basketball. We're doing the playoffs right now. We cover our respective teams, and we just talk. We just do roundtable talk. We get personal, and we share our minds and we tear it up. 49er Chanel's familiar with the channel. Long-time viewer. Appreciate the support. Thanks for coming around. But everything, man. I mean, we just cover it all. As a 49er fan, dude, I'm here to cover the ups and downs. Bashar, it's been an interesting few weeks. But hey, man, I'm willing to tear it up. Let's dig in, man. Let's dig in.
Yeah. So, were you telling me that you come on every Tuesday, I believe, on your show?
I do.
Okay. So you guys have
Tuesday nights.
There you go, Tuesday nights. Yeah, for me, I just go on whatever. I feel bad because sometimes people ask me, "When do you do your shows?" I'm like, I do them when I do them. So
I know the feeling, man. It's tough when you got three. It's doing your own show. It's easier, bro. I think to be able to find a time and roll with it. With three people that have busy lives, families, we have to try to sync up and utilize the time that we get. And sometimes it was everywhere for a while there, but we established a day a week where, we're going to do it without one another. We'll find a guest to fill in whoever couldn't be there. But for the most part, bro, when you have your own, when you're doing a solo on a show like this, the way you do, bro, it's nice. It's nice to be able to pick up and do it whenever you can.
Oh yeah, I'm thankful for that. I just had to have the guests come off me. I never done a show by myself because I just prefer talking to somebody. We got 49ers
cool.
First Takes. That's Aaron for 49ers First Takes. He's been on here before. He says, "What's up, fellas? Stepping in to support my boy Bashar." Hey, thank you. I always love it when you're on here. It's great to have you on. And he says, "Will Smith, that like button." That reminds me, I got to throw my banner up. I didn't do this last time I was on, so just to remind people. Some people watch and they don't subscribe. Some people watch and they don't hit the like button. But it's just a little reminder. And I've done plenty of mock drafts on the show. Well, just 2 of them so far. The first one was with John Chapman. Second one was with Trey. Trey Way. His real name is Shea Lewis. But eventually we'll do the mock draft later on this show. Let's dive right into Deebo talk though. Sometimes I hold off on this and we don't do it until later, but screw it. Let's just do it now. And what runs through your mind when you hear the name Deebo Samuel?
Beast, unstoppable, man. Determination. This guy, I can't get enough, man. I mean, how can you, as a 49er fan, to hear the words, he doesn't want to be here anymore. It hurts, it hurts. And I think a lot of 49er fans can agree, man. Who saw this coming? What happened? And how did we get here? That is how I feel, man. And I get all these emotions and I get all these emotions and all these ideas, and I can't help but speculate. We jump in. You and I have been all over the place on Twitter. We've seen the spaces. We watch all the same shows, bro. And we speculate, man, because, well, as a 49er, what else can you do in the offseason? We always seem to make the headlines some way or another, right? And the narratives are always up and down in every other direction. So, I mean, it's devastating, man. But when I hear the name Deebo Samuel, I think a beast, man. I think a determined man to get it done. And we watched him carry us through the playoffs. And it hurts to hear the words that he does not want to be a 49er, allegedly.
Definitely hurts. We didn't necessarily hear it from the horse's mouth just yet, but there's all these conflicting things on social media and then all these cryptic tweets and his brother getting involved doing his goofy stuff, which is totally freaking stupid in my opinion. And then he laughs about it a minute later. Oh, I was just kidding, guys. But I don't know anything that's going on. And, it's just this crazy. I mean, the NFL Network, ESPN, Fox Sports, whoever I'm missing out there, whatever agencies are out there that cover sports and whatever media outlets there are, they probably kiss the ground on that they walk on day in and day out every NFL offseason, because the existence of the San Francisco 49ers gives them fucking stories up the fucking ass every fucking day, because all this fucking drama as a 49er fan is just abundant. It's unbelievable that every offseason, as a Niner fan, you just can't sit still. There's no such thing as sitting still as a Niner fan, sipping on your pina colada or whatever it is that makes you happy. It doesn't exist. And when we thought the Jimmy G stuff was going to be an easy walk in the park, no, they had to make a big huge shambles out of that. Now we gotta wait. Who knows if we're lucky? Maybe somewhere on draft day 1 or day 2, a trade goes down. Who knows? Maybe we gotta wait a little further. But once I stopped stressing out about the Jimmy G situation. Oh, they throw the Deebo shit in our face. And then that becomes something for me to stress about then. It's like it never ends. And for all I know, maybe there's that slight glimmer of hope after all the dumb stressing and all the BSing that we've been doing on here. Maybe a deal goes through and everything's fine in Niner land. That may happen. I've seen crazier things happen, but it does not look good. It does. If from the outside looking in, it does not look good. And that Deebo video where him doing this, I was like, what? Like, is that what? Like, I see a few feet away from. I see Niner fans are saying, holding up signs, Deebo is staying with the 49ers and all this. And if that's what this means to those fans, I'm like, I don't know if I like this Deebo guy anymore. I feel like cussing about him right now. So I don't know what to think anymore. I don't know what the truth is. I see 5,000 stories saying this in this direction, saying Deebo's leaving and he doesn't want to be a Niner. I see 5,000 stories in that direction saying Niners have the leverage and he's not going anywhere. I don't know who to believe. I don't believe anybody anymore. The only thing I believe are the facts that are thrown in my face when they do happen.
Yeah, bro, I don't blame you. I mean, look, it's the agents. They can be the worst or they can be the best of the two evils, right? I mean, you got to look at it this way. If their job was to draw a narrative to turn the fan base against the organization, to put pressure on the organization to get a deal done with Deebo, that's a good tactic. You know what I mean? And it might work in some scenarios, but the 49ers are a prime organization and they're not going to be pressed. You know what I'm saying? Like they're it's not their style to just, like, who gives a damn what the fans want, right? At the end of the day, it's a business, right? So, you know, I just feel like when I see Deebo doing the cutthroat thing in the club in LA and working out in LA and confusing everybody because those rumors and all those things out there that he says, I hate to work out in LA. And I don't even think that's a rumor. I think he said that, right? I think he said he did not like to work out in LA.
It was to Matt Miyoko. Yeah.
So, you know, when you hear these things and when you see that cutthroat signal, you're thinking to yourself, 100 different things can be formulated from there, right? So I guess what I think is that whole everything that the phone call, that phone call in his mother's house or her in the background, whatever, the family involved, all these stories, bro. It's just it's he tweets and then he deletes tweets. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so manic. Like everything's just it's just so much happening in such a little amount of time, and it's just causing Niner fans to lose it, bro. They draw so many conclusions from the things that they gather, and then there's that narrative, and then it creates headlines, and fans lose their mind, right? And me included, bro. I mean, I lose my mind too. I don't want to see him go, you know. But in the end of the day, like if you do not want to be here, then we just need to figure out a way to just settle this and move forward, right? Like what we should be compensated and we should move on, right? And to say that in one hand, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, bro. So I know what you mean, dude. When you get frustrated and you get all these mixed emotions, bro, I'm right there beside you. Like we could go about this for hours, you know what I mean? But for now, I just want to see that presser today with John Lynch. You know, he danced around stuff. Like actually he opened up the presser with, I'm really not going to talk about the Deebo scenario. It's pretty much what he said, right? And then he started to get into it a little bit, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you know, he mentioned things like it's going to be a boring first round. It's going to be a boring first round because, you know, we don't pick till the second round. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, it's either going to be boring because we're going to keep Deebo and we're going to just move forward with the 61st pick, or you're just dancing, right? So John Lynch is known to dance around topics and stuff. So I don't know, man. He said that there's not, you know, a player like that. They don't see a scenario where they move on for a player like that.
It wouldn't surprise me if John Lynch is on the next 2022 edition of Dancing with the Stars. The way he dances around topics. I mean, he doesn't even need music. He doesn't even need music. The guy's just dancing here, dancing. I mean, I told myself, oh, cool, this is gonna be a press conference. Maybe they're gonna announce the trade. Maybe they're gonna announce that they're signing him. But then I said, hold up, pump the brakes. You're just gonna see John Lynch being John Lynch. Trust me on this. And I told myself that. I saw part of the presser, didn't watch all of it. Shout out to you and whoever else. I can't sit and watch these pressers, guys. I've said it before on past shows. I cannot sit and watch these pressers. They bore the fuck out of me. And a lot of times it's just BS here, BS there. They never show their cards. And it is good for them in certain situations for them not to do that, by the way. But as a fan, you may not want to see that. And I'm like that. I'm missing some people in the chat. And there's one guy that showed up. I'm not sure if I know who this is, but he must have gave himself a new screen name. Whatever his screen name, whoever it is, I love the screen name. King's Ransom says, "Whoa, I just came on the F-bombs. LOL." I seldomly do it, but trust me, if you know me good enough, when I'm frustrated and when I'm mad, they'll come out. And it's because I don't think about it. It just happens naturally. This is I want to say what's up to this dude earlier. I'm not sure if he's still in here, but Kali Young says, "What a dude, faithful. Bashar, my dog, thanks for your help yesterday, my brother." He lost his Twitter account, guys. His Twitter account got hacked. He had his Twitter account for a long, long time. And I'm going to put up the link for it in just a second so you guys can add him and follow him on Twitter. But he also said this. He said, last offseason, it was the Mac Jones rumors. This offseason, it's the Deebo trade rumors. Exactly right. I'm getting too old for this shit. We all are. Trust me.
100 with it.
Yeah. And let me just put up the link for for Callie Young's Twitter, and let me just see. I put it. Let me show it right here. Follow this guy on Twitter, guys. He had his account hacked, and he, excellent hardcore 49er faithful. He's pretty sure he's seen most of the Super Bowls, and he's just been a diehard for a long, long time. And it sucks when somebody loses their Twitter account, albeit a 49er Twitter account, and just hey, help him out and follow him, give him a follow. He'll follow you guys back. So I'll leave that up there for a good bit. And yeah, man. Oh yeah, and really. Oh yeah, and let me just say what's up to David McNew really quick, and I'll put that link back up. Yeah, appreciate you guys watching the show, and yeah, go ahead, since we went on our Deebo rant. If you want to extend that Deebo rant and touch on a few other things that I didn't bring up or you haven't brought up yet, feel free to. Otherwise, we'll go straight into the presser. I mean, anything else that comes to mind, or?
I mean, I think just the presser, man, to me was, I knew what to expect. But at the end of the day, I thought to myself, you know what? This is my opportunity. This is my opportunity to maybe get something from all of this. Like, because all the rumors, all the speculation, I was hoping for something, just something, Bashar, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. Khalid brought up a good point. It was Kittle, then it was remember all the speculation about Kittle. He wasn't going to be here anymore. We couldn't come, you know what I mean? We made that happen. Niner fans say that the organization is cheap, but the organization make their marks. They signed 5-6 players to the top contracts of their positions.
Yeah.
And they're top.
There's other organizations that are cheaper than we are. Yeah.
I mean, we carry on. We how many teams carry 5-6 top players paid at their positions? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me, because it's Deebo if he stays, and there's Bosa. I've never known our team.
Trent Williams is going to leave, right?
No, yeah, right. And I think to myself, like, what's it? It just comes back to the same question, Bashar. What happened, bro? What happened?
Yeah, with the Deebo thing, exactly. And I don't know if Deebo's taking this into consideration. Part of me, a lot of it just thinks it's his agent. It's his agent with his whole impatient behavior, and it's rubbed off on Deebo some way, somehow. Because of Deebo as a Niner player, when he saw those guys get their money and get the bag, it's not like he's sitting on this team and these big name guys weren't getting the money. The only guy who didn't get exactly what he wanted was Buckner. He still would have got a pretty good payday had he stayed with us, but he didn't get exactly what he wanted. We get that, and we shipped him off or whatever. But other than that, everybody pretty much gets their money. But he doesn't realize, maybe he has realized this, but his agent doesn't care, and his agent told him not to care either. But these guys get their contracts a little bit later, right? Like towards the training camp. And, we do sign the guys, but we never sign the guys like right before the draft. You know what I mean? So he's, for whatever reason, he felt, maybe because that Christian Kirk BS deal went through, thanks to our good buddy Trent Baalke over in Jacksonville. But
that tipped the scales, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, my God, everything it was an avalanche from there, right? Bashar, that agent that carries Terry McLaurin, DK, Deebo, and AJ Brown, right?
I think he had AJ Brown scrub his Twitter too, right?
Yeah,
his Instagram.
The juvenile scrubbing of your social media, bro. Just to me, it's just like, all right, bro, that's a weak tactic. We've seen this before. We get it. You know what I mean? We get it. But I feel like from an agent's perspective, like, how can you carry this many guys? How can you represent so many people at the same position who all want the same thing, right? And Deebo being the guy that wants to be the top paid non-quarterback, right? Like, is there confliction there? Like, do those requests conflict? Like, did this guy get in over his head? Did he bite off more than he could chew representing the top receivers? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, to me, like, I just feel like where does one get above like, how do you please one without disappointing the other? You know what I'm saying? You got one guy that wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback, but I mean, looking back at the contracts that Tyreek Hill got, and Devontae Adams, like these guys put together consistent season of production.
Exactly. And
we're betting on you, bro. Like
exactly.
not that we don't value Deebo, but I mean, it's like when you want to be compensated as such, the organization, if it's not the 49ers and it's someone else, like they're essentially betting on you that you might do this again. It's a risk, and you speculate, like, what if it's a contract that wants every single dollar guaranteed? What if it's like a $100 million contract that wants every single dollar guaranteed? Because to be the highest paid non-quarterback at the receiver position, it's going to be something different, right? It's going to be something. It's going to be it's going to be 100% guaranteed, or it could be 100% guaranteed, right? So, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy, bro.
Yeah, and who knows if push comes to shove? I mean, it might. And say for sure we're trading Deebo, but hey, the Jets are saying, hey, we'll give you number 10 overall. And some people, shout out to Larry Kruger, he's been on Bay Area radio for years, and now he went over to YouTube, and excellent Bay Area sports media guy. He really, really knows the stuff. I had him on my show. For those that don't know him from watching sports in the Bay Area, he's probably one of the better guys on YouTube to talk to 49ers, if not the best guy on YouTube to talk 49ers, because he's worked in the actual field. But anyway, shout out to him, because I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. It's all good. What was the last thing you said? I was going to spin off of what you said, basically.
We don't know, like, what kind of contract.
Okay, I remember now.
Right?
I remember now. Yeah. So Larry Kruger, I remember. Sorry guys for slipping like that. Larry Kruger was basically saying that, because a lot of 49er fans are suspecting that we may only get a second rounder and a third for Deebo, or we may only get the number 10th overall pick from New Jersey, from the New York Jets. But what Larry Kruger kept stressing was what the 49ers will get in return for Deebo will be a lot more than what 49er fans were expecting. He's thinking that we can get that 10th overall pick and possibly the two second rounders. And he said they might even throw a third. I don't know what's telling him this. This is the former NFL scout, by the way. Larry Kruger used to be a scout. I'm quoting him directly, pretty much. And that's pretty. He thinks we'll if we make good on that trade. There's good receivers coming out in this draft. Now there's only one Deebo that makes those crazy things where he turns up the field after a 2-yard pass that's behind him, and then he turns up the field for 50, 60 yards or whatever. But conventional wide receivers, typical prototypical wide receivers, speedy down the field type of guys who make all kinds of great catches in traffic and get separation. We have that in this draft. We have the quarterback that should be making those type of throws now. So it's not going to be the end of the world, in my opinion, if we lose Deebo. It's going to suck as a fan because we have all this attachment to Deebo. But part of me tells me if we play our cards right, we can move on and still be successful. And not trying to sound like a homer or anything like that, but to me, it's reality. I think we can still possibly spin this in a positive way. And let me say what's up to some people that just dropped in here a few minutes back because the conversation got so good. And we got Varuna Pereira from No Border Sports, No BS Podcast, says 49er Minded. What's up, dude? Good to see you in here. We got Carcast. Check him out. Subscribe to his channel. If I mention anybody's channel, just make sure to subscribe to him. I'm going to throw that out there. Carcast says, what's up, Bashar? How you doing, my friend? Doing good. Niner by Nature 88 says, Deebo, that like button. Thank you very much. Somebody else said Will Smith, that like button. And I think I pretty much got everybody. Oh, Snapman. What's up, Snapple? How you doing, man? I know who you are, my buddy on Twitter Spaces, Mr. Snapple himself. But yeah, man, all this craziness. And, you'll see me on here. Trust me. If we make some Deebo trade that's not to my favor, in the favor of the 49er fans, and we do get fleeced. Oh, you're gonna hear me on here. If you thought I dropped F-bombs today, I'll be dropping more F-bombs if we get fleeced in a fucking stupid ass bullshit ass trade. Trust me on that. And what's up, Fazil? Fazil says, Bashar and John V. What's up, man? Fazil from the Twitter Spaces. You might know him. We got a lot of good support here. I really appreciate it. We got No Border Sports. Anybody who I see, I'll say what's up to. But I can't throw up every comment on the screen. But yeah, man. I mean, hey, you're gonna hear from me. You're gonna hear from John. You're gonna hear from a lot of us. If we get fleeced on a stupid damn trade and we lost Deebo, the guy who in his mind carried the 49ers team in the playoffs and throughout the season, and a lot of other 49er fans' minds, if we don't play our cards right, this may be a really shitty, stupid situation where we take one step forward and like 5 steps back because we lost Deebo, man. What do you think about that if we get fleeced?
Oh, bro. Oh, my God. I mean, if we get fleeced, bro, This will be the one time. I mean, if you thought that the Jimmy G divide was going to burn down 49ers Twitter at some capacity or another, bro, if we get fleeced, whether you're a Jimmy G supporter, a Niner, however you value your team, we are going to come together and drop the sky, Bashar. We will drop the sky, fam. I mean, it will be devastating. It will it will turn this franchise upside down, bro. And I mean that. I probably can speak for everyone that it will rattle this fan base to the point where, like, oh shit, bro, it'll get real. Like, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that, bro. Like, I don't want to believe that we are capable of messing this up. We have lived through disappointment, but this could be potentially if we fleece this, bro, there's no words, bro. It will be devastating. You know, it will be devastating.
It sure will. And yeah. Worst case scenario, and what? Just imagine if we do make out on a good trade, right? And Niner fans get all happy. Oh, cool, we got these picks, right? Oh, cool, we drafted this guy. Oh, we drafted that guy. We drafted this guy, and the majority of those guys turn out to be shit, like in those bulky drafts. I don't know. We might see a new GM, you know. So
what would you consider a fleece? Real quick, what would you consider, like 2/3 and a high second in the 2023 draft? Could you see something like?
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd be like, I want it better. Like fuck that.
A pair of 2s, 2 3s. Could you see like if we do not get a first round pick for Deebo? I mean, 10 is not enough in my opinion. I know people are talking 10 and 38. I'd take 10 and 35 and 38. 10, 35, and 38 from the Jets, bro. That's a deal. But I mean, I also there's also the other side that says, you know what, I just would rather keep Deebo. I'd rather keep him. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know, there was a little bit alluding to. Zilla says 410 and 38, bro. That is rich. That would be amazing. 410 and 38 is a king's ransom.
Oh no, I'll make a video of me literally jumping and dancing live on YouTube if we made out on a fucking trade like that. Man, trust me, because it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. That trade's never ever gonna happen. That's like me saying that we're gonna win the Super Bowl 5 years in a row or something like that. We got D Nasty says, "What did the Chiefs got for Hill was a ripoff. I want the same deal." And before, and I know you were talking to me earlier. I don't know if you want to save it because I was mentioning it on my last show how I wish I had like kept tabs of which players the 49ers met. But if you just want to save that for when we start the mock draft, because I figured now's a good time to start the mock draft unless there's anything else you want to say before we get into the mock draft.
You know what? I wanted to touch just a minute on the Alex Mack news. There was a little bit of they mentioned that there's a chance that he might not return. It didn't come out that way, but I think that there's a chance that Alex Mack does not return as the center of the 49ers. And if that's the case, bro, I'm concerned about what this offensive line would look like with a rookie center. If it's not going to be Brunskill or what's his name? What is it? Brendel?
Brendel was he played in the preseason at center. I remember him. Yeah. Jake Brendel. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's JC Treader from the Browns. Guy played in a similar offense, similar offensive scheme with Stefanski in Cleveland. He was pretty healthy, dude. Dude played 16 games from like 17 to 21, or I think he was with the Browns. He might have been 2016. I'm certain he was there 2017. Regardless, though, he was available. He was available consistently. So, I hope that there is a plan in place if Alex Mack does not return, right? Because then if in fact he's not, and we don't get Treader because of the money, I mean, we really might rely on this compensation for Deebo if we want to compete at center. because
we can
need
release
a
Jimmy
center,
G.
bro. We could,
Or unless
But
we trade him,
what's
unless we
crazy,
trade him
bro?
away and finally trade him away.
I thought about this, and I never really said it out loud yet, but I thought, all this time that we were fighting over the fact that Jimmy G wasn't released and we needed that money. What if the Niners just never, John Lynch says one thing but does another. What if they just didn't consider bringing back Deebo, and that's why the $25 million wasn't a big deal, because they didn't have to consider a long-term contract with Deebo? Could you imagine you kept Jimmy on the roster because John Lynch says today guys like that don't just fall out of trees. When you say that, bro, I want to come through the internet and smack you in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean guys like Jimmy G don't fall out of trees? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
But
the Jimmy fans sure love hearing that. I think it's one final cry to tell the other GMs in the league, hey guys, we still have a really good quarterback on our hands. Take us off trade for him. I don't know. Who knows what he's thinking when he says that. Want to say what's up to Brandon Ferrigno from Forever Faithful Podcast. Says what's up, JV. I think you might know this guy.
Brandon, what's good, fam?
Yeah, from Forever Faithful Podcast. Really cool dude. He's been on here before. So yeah, I have this guy says Jimmy G carried SF. So I don't know.
He carried his helmet. He
carried Deebo's bags. Carried Deebo's Achilles bags.
He carried his helmet.
Oh my god. Okay, I got my tab open up, and I know you. I was talking to you about the whole thing with players that the 49ers made up. You can make, since you kept tabs of that, you can mention that during our mock draft. Let me go ahead and share my screen, because if you got time, we're gonna do 2 mock drafts. You're cool with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because we have to do 2 because we got 2 different scenarios. You got the everything's fine and dandy in 49er land, and Deebo's a 49er. But other than that, our second scenario would be Deebo would be gone in a trade. So I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know if you see my window.
Yeah, I see it very well.
Okay, cool, perfect. I'm going to hit start draft. So we're just going to do this with no Deebo trade. This assumes that Deebo Samuel's on the team, and we got pick 61, and we're ready to start the draft, right? So no trades, right? We're just going to jump right into this.
Let's jump right in.
Let's do it. So we have our general manager, the San Francisco 49ers general manager, John V, on the clock, and he's ready to pick at 61, and he's on the clock. So I don't know if you see the names. I'm going to scroll a little bit. If you need me to zoom in, let me know.
No, I see everybody there.
Okay, Kingsley, Jalen Tolbert, Nick Cross, Zach Tom at tackle, Luke Goedke at tackle from Central Michigan. I believe Joe Staley went there. Cam Taylor Britt from Nebraska corner. Dylan Parham guard. If there's Marcus Jones. If there's any position group that you want me to pull up, I can do it. Kirby Joseph at safety. This is Darian Kennard at tackle. Donovan West at center. Some of these guys might be available at 93.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what? Scroll back up. I know.
What's up?
I saw that Kingsley's there.
Brian,
Kingsley's
there.
You know what? Brian Samoa has not been there in many of my drafts, nor was Troy Anderson.
Okay, he comes up on all mine. Those 2 guys always show up on mine. They always show up on mine.
Kingsley is always at the top of mine constantly.
Yeah, Kingsley is usually number 3 for me. Whenever I do, he's always number 3, and so is Tolbert. It's like they do the same algorithm for me. Yeah. Now, is this Brian Asamoah? He doesn't qualify as a pass rusher though. He's just a regular inside backer, right?
Yeah, he's a linebacker. Oh wait, you know what? We're at best available. I'm sorry, bro. Can you bring up Edge, please?
Oh sure.
Just zero in on Edge. I'm sorry. I realize now that was best player available.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna do Edge. Yeah, that's what I was asking for a position group.
There he is. Yeah.
Okay, so we got Cameron Thomas of San Diego State, Dominique Robinson, Miami, Ohio, Alex Wright from UAB, D'Angelo Moore. Some of these guys will be available in the second and later in the second, later in the third, probably.
Let's take Kingsley at the top.
Okay, so we got Kingsley. We're gonna give Bosa some help. Bosa definitely needs somebody else to get double teamed and take the heat off him. I do like our fill-in guys. We brought Hyder back. Willis, Jordan Willis is a good guy, but I think Deebo just needs, and we did pick up Kamoko Toure, if I say his name right, but it helps. Kingsley would be a great addition to the pass rush. All right, so in the 93rd pick, you're on the clock again, John V. See Marcus Jones.
Let me see corners. I see Marcus
Corners. So we got
Jones
Marcus
there.
Jones. We're going to pull up cornerbacks. Nice to strengthen the pass rush, but also strengthen the defensive backfield, which was the corners. We were hurting in corners last year. So
Yeah, we need
Marcus Jones.
I think to be competitive, bro, we need to compete with the top 3, and we need some depth on the rotation. Zion McCollum's there.
Kobe Bryant. I'm scrolling further down.
What is Zion McCollum? Dude, he had a great combine. He had 54 pass breakups. This dude's
really?
disruptive.
From Sam Houston State, yeah. We got Damari Mathis, Jalen Armour-Davis.
You know, the one thing about this is PFF will give you a D if you reach.
Oh yeah,
but you know, some of these guys, regardless of where you take them, it doesn't ultimately your final grade doesn't ultimately, you know.
Mm-hmm. They don't know what the 49ers schemes are, so they don't take that into account either.
Yeah, and you know, to really break it in, you need to pay for PFF to really see.
Of course.
Show more, please. Will you show more on Zion McCollum, please? I want to see his record.
Oh, yeah. It won't show me much because I don't pay for it.
That's fine. I just
6'2", 199.
200.
What else you want to see? Unless you
know
you won't find a better all-around
Zion.
athlete. You want to try him? Okay, yeah, sure.
I want to draft him.
Okay, so despite what the media might, because this is PFF's list, he's a little further down, but somebody out there in media land might say you reached, but what are you going to tell him?
I'm going to tell him tough shit.
Right. Hey, look who's hanging around at the 105th pick in the third round, 41st pick in the third round. Kellen Dice is still there. Dominic Robinson Edge is there. Kyle Phillips, D'Angelo Malone, Danny Gray, speedy wide receiver who I like a lot. Damari Mathis, Romeo Doubs. We were talking about him earlier off camera.
Yes, sir.
So we do. Yeah, you got a nice little selection there, buddy.
Let's go wide receiver. Let's keep Romeo Doubs at the top.
Oh, you got Romeo. Okay. What do you like about Romeo?
His. I think that they compare him to Deebo. I think
what I've been hearing
comparison is pretty stout, you know, and you know, I know that if we don't have Deebo, I don't want to assume that we're going to try to replace Deebo, but if you can get a guy that you can utilize similar, that can be shifty, let's just
yeah.
Let's see, 134.
Well, keep in mind that this draft is assuming we still have Deebo, but we still need help in the wide receiving core anyways.
That's true.
Even with Deebo around. Yeah. So we're in the fourth round, pick 29th. We got Tyson Anderson, safety, Joshua Williams, corner, speedy wide receiver, Kevin Austin Jr. for Notre Dame, another tackle, Matt Waletzko.
Let's go inside offensive line.
Interior offensive line. So we're going to pull up interior offensive line, see what centers and guards are available. I've seen this guy's name pop up a lot, Joshua Ezidu from North Carolina, Leticus Smith from guard from Virginia Tech. A guard for, I know the Niners met up with Jason Poe. I believe he's a mobile type of guard.
Yeah, you know what? They visited with. Let me see. They have
not too many centers on here early, by the way. Doug Kramer and Alec Lindstrom from Boston College. Okay.
Sean. All right. Let's see. We have Let's see. Let's go center. Let's go center, bro.
You want to go? Alec Lindstrom's the highest guy that got rated. You want to see his measurables or?
No, you know. Okay. Let's see. If he's 6'3" or
6'3", 296. If there's any else about him, I'll let you know. They don't tell me much about him here.
Fortner's gone, huh?
Is he a center? Fortner, Fortner.
He could play. He could play all across. He could play all three. I figured he would be, bro.
Doug Kramer's the next center from Illinois, and Michael Maddy from Missouri, and James MP from BYU, Nick Ford from Utah. I've seen those two names pop up in the lower rounds a lot.
All right, we do need to take a center, whether we take him in the fourth round or we take him at let's go safety. Let me see strong safety.
Oh, you want to go safety? All right.
Yeah, let me see safety.
There was one guy, Tyson Anderson, I believe he was available. Tyson Anderson from Toledo. That's the highest rated safety according to them. As far as safeties in general, I have the whole list pulled up. JT Woods from Baylor. Ron McKinley from Oregon, sorry. Yusuf Corker from Kentucky. Percy Butler. Leon O'Neal, I hear is pretty good. I picked him up in the later round when I had Shea on here. We picked him up.
Yeah.
It was in the later rounds. Brad Hawkins from Michigan. Smoke Monday. I want all the smoke from Auburn. Trey Sterling. Yeah.
Pick 134, bro. We're gonna have to go guard or center here. I think we should.
The highest rated guard is the guys from is North Carolina. That's
and the highest grade center was what was his name?
I'll go back to him.
The hell was his name?
Highest rated center was Lindstrom from Boston College, and the other center was oops. Let me go back to it. The other center from Doug Kramer from Illinois. I was trying to click on his profile and then it went away. Hang on. Let's see. So Doug Kramer. Let's see how tall he is. I was curious. 6'2", 299. The other guy was 6'3", more a little bit taller.
Yeah, you want to get taller.
Alec Lindstrom. You got Jason Poe, Thayer Munford, Joshua Iziudu. Let's see what they say about this guy since he's ranked the hot. Iziudu split time between left tackle and left guard, but he profiles as a better guard in the NFL. They see him more as an interior. He's 6'4", 308. Just to throw him out there.
His measurables are probably why he's at the top.
Yeah. And then there's a former tight end, Leticus Smith, 6'3", 314. He's the other guard. So
let's take Lindstrom.
Lindstrom? Okay. Lindstrom. And we really thought long and hard about this pick. I hope it pans out. But hey, we need to groom somebody, assuming Alex Mack is gone at center. So, and who knows if we pick up that trader guy that we always talk about. Joshua Iziudu is still available. Cornerback Josh Williams. This is the 172nd pick. Zachary Thomas, who I've heard some good things about from San Diego State, is available at tackle. Leticus Smith at guard. Brian Robinson at halfback. Zaquandre Wright. Ty Chandler, a lot of Niner fans talking about Ty Chandler. They like his speed on the outside zone type of runs. Bit of a shifty, fast running back.
If I'm going to take a defensive interior, if I'm going to go, Curtis Brooks is
sitting there. You want him?
I see him there. I don't want to take a running back yet. I could probably get White in the 6th round. Let's see, bro. Did we let's go safety. Let me go safety again.
All right, we'll go safety again. Just a second. I don't think this draft is too deep in safeties in general, unfortunately. Yusuf Corker, Percy Butler, Leon O'Neal, Sterling Weatherhead, Brad Hawkins, Marquise Bell, Smoke Monday. I know he'll be available later. I've seen him pop up later in all these drafts. Yusuf Corker, I'm curious about his measurables. 6 feet.
Blankenship would have been my strong safety, but he was off the board early.
Oh, okay.
I don't see him there.
Yeah, I don't see him either. Nope.
Oh, who to take here, bro? Let's just go best available at this. Let me see who's here. Let's just go overall. Who's best available?
Best available. We got Joshua Williams, cornerback, Fayetteville State. Joshua Iziudu, guard for North Carolina. Zachary Thomas, tackle. Brad Robinson, running back. Leticus Smith, guard. Zaquandre Wright, Ty Chandler, Curtis Brooks, Jason Poe, Kalia Davis, University of Central Florida. Josh Johnson, wide receiver, Tulsa. Isaiah Thomas, edge from Oklahoma. There's Corker again. Christopher Allen, edge from Alabama. Jalen Watson, corner. That's
go wide receiver. Let's see who's there right now.
Wide receiver right now.
Yeah, let's see if Josh Johnson's there.
Makai Polk, Jalen Naylor, Charleston Rambo, Reggie Roberson. The good ones, the main good ones are pretty much gone. These guys are
but you know, there's still some studs in there.
Joshua Johnson, I heard some good things about. I just haven't watched him.
I haven't watched him either. I did see Dyshawn Dixon.
Oh, Dyshawn Dixon all the way down here. Okay.
But all right, let's go back to
and Johnson for the sake of it's 5'11", 183, probably more only one set. Yeah, so he's not a big dude, probably more of a shifty, quick guy. All right, so let's go back to best player available. Joshua Williams, corner, and you got some O linemen.
Let's take another corner.
Oh, okay, so we got
Let's take
Joshua Williams, Fayetteville State. I was hoping to see his measurables. It doesn't show him there. I don't know why it's not loaded. But Fayetteville State, and we'll grab him. Yeah, hey, got to solidify that secondary. Is a weak spot of the team last year. Glaring weakness. Joshua Izuddu is still there. Guard from North Carolina. Zachary Thomas is still there. Tackle from San Diego State. Some of the same guys that were.
Let's take. I do want White. I want Zaquadre.
You want White? All right. So let's
I do. Let's take him.
And he's more of a bigger, bulky thumper running back. Right? Oh, he's 6 feet 206. From what I was reading about him, he's more of a power back. I'm not sure. What did you watch him at all, or?
I mean, he's a bruiser, bro. I liked his aggressiveness. I think that I just think we still need running backs.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of running backs, we got Ty Chandler at the 222nd pick. Curtis Brooks, Brock Purdy. I was tempted to take Brock Purdy towards the very end of the draft as a backup for Lance, by the way.
Let's take
Noah Ellis is there, big thumper in the middle, big D lineman. Jerome Bland for Fresno State. Punter, Matt Ariza, if you want to get a punter. Brett Hawkins, safety. Connor Hayward from tight end of Michigan State. Doug Kramer, center Illinois. Marquise Bell, Florida A&M.
Let's go back to the top. Let me see who's up top.
We got Ty Chandler, Curtis Brooks. I think you mentioned Curtis Brooks earlier, the D lineman from
let's take Brooks.
Yeah. Is that because you've watched him a bit and you're from Ohio? And that's what I'm assuming.
Right.
Ty Chandler's still there, man. I think that's
take Ty Chandler here.
Ty Chandler, yeah, he's got that speed on the outside. Great value at 220th overall, in my opinion. And who else is sitting there? Okay. So this is the last pick of the draft. We still have Deebo draft. That is, the next draft is going to be, we don't have Deebo anymore. So 262nd pick overall. We got Snoop D-O-double-G, Connor at halfback, Jalen Warren, Austin DeCulius, tackle at LSU. Let's see how big this guy is. I'm curious. 6'5", 321. LSU loves those big old linemen. He was a guard.
LSU.
Ryan Stonehouse, punter. Nefi Sewell, Penei Sewell's brother, I believe. Linebacker, Devin Tompkins.
Skylar Thompson.
Center from BYU, James Empey. I don't know what he brings to the table. 6'4", 303.
Let's go see. Let me see Nick Ford's measurables.
Nick Ford, is he still available? The center, right? Oh, yeah, he's there, right there. Okay, there you go. Yeah, yep. I've been seeing his name a lot too. 6'5", 317.
Let's draft Nick Ford.
So you want a 6'5", 317 center? We got him. Groom him for Alex Mack's retirement, possibly, or
we're gonna have to.
Yeah, either he sits behind Alex Mack or he jumps right into the pool. So one of the two. So here is the first full draft that we did with John V.
Alec
this
Lindstrom was an F.
Yeah. So Kingsley a B. Zion McCollum, they gave you a D plus. That was the corner. You really had your heart set on that guy, and you took him. Romeo Doubs. Alec Lindstrom, got an F. That's a center. We got two centers. That's fine. I'm okay with taking two centers because one of them you can move off the guard if you need help with guard. Those two positions are kind of interchangeable. Joshua Williams, Fayetteville State cornerback. Like I said, D-. Zaquandre Wright, B. Curtis Brooks, A+. There you go, D lineman. That's a great value right there. Ty Chandler, A+. Speedy running back Nick Ford, B+. Overall draft grade is a B. This is our with Deebo draft. So
I mean, let me tell you something though, Bashar. To be honest, we don't have many needs, right? Mm-hmm. Like we don't have we are not. If there's somebody there, like John Lynch said today, if there's somebody up there, you do have the luxury of going up and getting that guy. You know what I'm saying? But this team does need O-line help. So that was kind of my secondary. That rotational secondary and that O-line were my prerogative at the most part.
My prerogative, like Bobby Brown, right? Let me say, we're gonna start the second mock draft in a minute. I missed a lot of comments because I had my other browser window open, so I can't see comments when I do mock drafts. So I'm just trying to catch up here. There was a couple of little funny ones. This guy says Bob Akita. Not sure what he means, but that just sounds funny. Kobe Bryant would be a good pick. The cornerback is what he's saying. Shardal's here. What's up, Shardal from SJ Sports Talks channel? Says trade 49ers Jimmy Garoppolo, and he had a request from me. I might have to do it on his request. He says, "Hey Bashar, I love it when you say smoke weed every day." So just had to get that out there. Likes my little Nate Dogg impersonation. And with that said, I still have my screen share because we're going to do another mock draft. What I'm going to do is set up a Deebo trade, and I don't know how realistic or unrealistic you want to make it, but let's select the New York Jets as our trading partner. I don't know if you've done this where you've done trades before on the PFF side. Have you done it?
You have to force this.
Yeah, you have to force them. I'm always force them. How do you want to do it? Do you have with the Jets now?
I want 10. I want 10 and 35. If we go with Kruger, we can believe. If we believe we can get more than 10 and 35 or 10 and 38. You know what, dude?
Yeah,
let's do. You know what? Let's see if we can get 10, 35 and 111.
111. That's you were reading my mind. So I'm gonna hit. They're never gonna accept. Well, let's just try to accept this and see if it goes through. Let's see. It might say they rejected it. Yeah. We're gonna. They always reject my trades. We're just gonna force that trade. So announcement: trade has been accepted between the San Francisco 49ers and New York Jets. Our GM John V has traded away Deebo Samuel to New York Jets, but in return, what do we get? We get the 10th overall pick, get the 35th overall pick, which is the high second rounder, and the pick that the Jets got from Carolina, the 111th overall pick. We're gonna have that as well, and let the draft begin. So general manager for the San Francisco 49ers, John V, is officially on the clock. And these are the guys that he has that are staring him in the face saying, hey, draft me. Kyle Hamilton, safety Notre Dame. George Karlaftis. You got a fellow Greek here, guy. Edge from Purdue. That's for sure.
Let's see. Oh, McDuffie's Greg there. London. Garrett Wilson is there. Man. Linderbaum is there. Bro.
Chris Olave, Sky Moore.
I mean,
and keep in mind, you can trade down from the 10th pick if you want, too.
You know what? I want to use the 10th pick. I want this. I want this pick. I want to use this pick on. We gave away Deebo, and we don't know if we're going to get. If we can get Linderbaum, we would be crazy not to take him here. But the thing is, Kyle's system, I just don't believe that he would ever put a rookie center above trying to get a veteran center. You know what I'm saying? I believe in a world where if Mac retires, I would believe that we would make an attempt.
Okay. Just remember this. You're the GM, so you could say, you know what? We're gonna sign whoever to fix this hole. So you're the GM right now.
Garrett Wilson's there, man. I want to take Linderbaum, bro.
Okay, and so you're basically you want to take Linderbaum? Okay, we're gonna take.
Hold on, wait.
All right.
my Buckeyes there too, though. Garrett Wilson and Olave are both there.
Oh, okay. You might. Oh, Garrett Wilson's right there. Olave's lower.
Go to wide receiver. Is Georgia has a receiver? No, he's not there.
Okay, Sky Moore, George Pickens. Georgia, is that Pickens, that guy?
It was George Pickens. I think it was. Let's
Burks is still available. Mechie, Watson.
All right, let's take oh shit, bro. Garrett Wilson's not on.
Decisions.
Let's take Wilson.
All right. So Garrett Wilson from Ohio State, standing at 6 feet, 183 pounds, says he's got an ability to generate separation, is the best in the class at doing so. He also produced a high level from the slot and the outside. And so, sounds like a pretty versatile receiver.
Ayuk and Garrett Wilson. Oh, my God.
Garrett Wilson and Brandon Ayuk. Let's do it. So you are now on the clock with the 35th pick overall, the general manager of the San Francisco 49ers, and we still have George Pickens waiting in the wings who has not been selected. Jalen Pitre is available at cornerback from Baylor, defensive line Travis Jones from Connecticut, Nick Benito, edge from
Benito's there.
Oklahoma. Safety
Benito's
Penn
there.
State, Jaquan Brisker, another edge Drake Jackson, Josh Pascal, Boye Mafe. Got the edges staring us in the face. Ojabo, Kingsley, So Kenneth Walker, Jahan Dotson.
Round 2. This is where you get a game-changing corner.
Yeah. The early pick of round 2.
We get the 35th.
And there's plenty of volume in this pick too. If you want to jump up in fanboy for whatever player, there's plenty of room to do that because you got all these picks in general. So
let's look at Benito. I think Benito would be the pick here.
6'3", 248, designated pass rusher in NFL. He was college football's most productive pass rusher on a per snap basis. Whoa. Earning a 93.6 grade in 2020 and 92.5 in 2021. I hear he's got that D Ford type ability, the speed off the edge. So
take Benito
Applebum. You got to put me on. If you guys know the reference, hit me up in the chat. I know you probably don't know that reference, do you, John? It was a Tri-Call Quest reference. All right. So we are at the 61st pick in the NFL draft. The 49ers. This was supposed to be their earliest pick in the draft, but because we traded Deebo Samuel off, now we got Kingsley Enagbare in the second round. Jalen Tolbert, Nick Cross, safety, nice one. Lou Goedeke at tackle.
Let's see our corners.
Corners, sure, yeah. Let's see who's available at cornerback. At the 61st overall pick, we got Cam Taylor Britt from Nebraska, Marcus Jones, very nice guy who could hop right in. Tariq Woolen, Jalen Armour Davis, Damari Mathis, Cordell Float. These guys can be available a bit later. This guy and this guy.
Let's look at the measurables between Britt and Marcus Jones.
Sure. Cam Taylor Britt, 5'11", is one of the most physical quarterbacks in the draft class. Possesses top-notch range. He could be viewed as a safety for certain teams. Okay. And we got Marcus Jones. A lot of people say he's your prototypical slot corner, 5'8", 174. Jones is not only the best kick. I didn't know he had these skills. Best kick punt returner in the draft, but also playmaking all-around cornerback. Picked off 5 passes and broke up 12 passes in 221. Yeah, so he's a returner as well. I didn't know that. I just thought of him as a slot corner. So Marcus Jones pretty much steps right into to take over where Shark was. K1 Williams, in my opinion.
Let's look at interior offensive line.
Sure, let's do it. IOL, we have Dylan Parham, whose name I've been hearing a lot. Donovan West, another one.
Cole Strange, Cam Jurgens.
Been hearing that name a whole lot. Joshua Easy Do, you can get him later. He always shows up later. West and Parham are the two ones that stand up. Dylan Parham, we're talking 6'3", athletic interior. Once I hear athletic, I know right away he'd be suitable for the zone scheme. He'll end up later at the career, or it said he could possibly play center, 6'3", 211. So that's what I'm reading right there for the Memphis Tigers. Dylan Parham.
Yeah, I mean, you want him there at the guard position. He's not undersized.
Donovan West is a pure center. Yeah.
Dylan's there. I think it's high for him there. Cam Jurgens is there though.
Yeah, Jurgens might be available till when you with the 93rd pick, maybe.
Let's see. Is Fortner here?
Fortner. Yeah, he's available. Kentucky. They said he might be available in the next round, but he's definitely available now.
We have no trade offers, do we? We don't have anything.
Nope.
Nothing.
Offers.
We could package and try to 60 for dude. If you told me we would get Garrett Wilson and Benito before we had to pick at 61, let's take Fortner at 61.
All right, let's take Fortner. That's the guy you like, and we have plenty of other picks.
He can play 3 positions there, bro. He's interesting.
6'4", 307. Is he one of the guys the Niners met with by any chance? Or I know you compiled the list.
Fortner, you know what? I do have the list. They did not meet. They have not met with Fortner. They did not do a virtual interview with Fortner either.
Okay.
Probably because they probably assumed that like at 61 they would never get him there.
All I'm telling you right now, you have a major steal staring you right in the face, in my opinion. At the 93rd pick overall, we still have Marcus Jones available. Brian Cook is available. Kellen Diesch, Donovan West at center, Dominique Robinson edge, wide receiver.
Take
Kyle
Fortner in the 3rd round.
Danny Gray, a wide receiver.
We have We passed.
If it were me, I might just jump and get Danny Gray because I'm just such a fanboy. But we also pick up 105 too. We're at 93 right now, so you might want to bank if one of those guys might be available later.
I think Marcus Jones.
Sounds like
Marcus Jones will probably be there at 105.
Oh, you think so? Okay. So who do you want to get?
I think so. I mean, Brian Cook's not going to be there at 105.
Okay. That's where you want to go?
But I mean, we need a strong safety, somebody that we can bring to the box, bro. Like, we need a strong safety. That's the problem.
He won't miss tackles. You only whips. Sure tackler.
He's great on angles. He's a big body, 206 pounds.
Yeah. You want to get him?
Let's take Cook.
Okay, so we got Brian Cook, safety out of Cincinnati. Sounds like more of a box safety, but it says he barely ever whiffs on tackles, and we got some good players available. I'm pretty sure Marcus was gone, Marcus Jones, but we got Kellen Dice at tackle, Dominic Robinson at edge of Miami, Ohio, Kyle Phillips from wide receiver from UCLA, D'Angelo Gray, and my guy that I like, my sleeper, Danny Gray, Romeo Doubs, Damari Mathis. We got some nice names in this round. And keep in mind, we pick again at 111. So if we pick, it's almost like the next pick.
PFF doesn't like Dobbs at probably in the third round. But I sure do, especially because his player comp is Deebo, and I know
that's what everybody's saying. Yeah,
I know that that sounds silly, but 6'2" at 201, that's a big body there, bro.
You want to take him, or you want to wait till the next pick to get?
He won't be there. I don't think Danny.
Because your next pick is 111. You're at 105 now, and the next one's at 111. Danny Gray might still be there.
Let's see. Let's take. We got our edge. We have a top receiver. Danny Gray's here. We took a safety. It's still early to take a center or a guard.
We already went for O-line already, but yeah. There'll be some good guards available still, even up all the way up to like 172.
LSU's float is still here.
Float's still there.
I like me at second. I like corners from LSU.
He might be. He'll probably be available with the next pick, I think.
Let's go receiver. Let's go receivers. Can you bring up the list of receivers outside of best available?
Yeah, so you got Kyle Phillips, Danny Gray, Romeo Doubs, David Bell, Kevin Austin. Nice speedster for Notre Dame. Josh Johnson will be available later. I've seen him show up later. So these guys will all show up a bit later. Velas Jones. Yeah. I know the 49ers been up with him, but he's not somebody you'd
go back to the top. Let's take Danny Gray here.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. I'm a Danny Gray homer.
Let's take Danny Gray here.
Yeah, I'm a big Christian Watson homer, but Danny Gray, like in these middle rounds, that's who I like a lot. Kellen Diesch is still available. Tackle from Arizona State. Let's see his measurables. 6'7", 301, one of the highest graded Power 5 tackles in the season. Didn't lose much in pass protection. That sounds tempted. I'm not trying to sway. I'm like
300 pounds. No. That is those measurables are phenomenal at tackle. That's what you want there.
Got another edge. Dominic Robinson. Got two edges. Doubs is still there. Wow.
I'm pretty confident in. I'm pretty confident that with McGlinchey, let's take Kellen Diesch, dude. 6
I was gonna say, think of me as Adam Peters. You're the GM, but I'm Adam Peters. I'm gonna be mumbling stuff to you every now and then.
Those measurables are hard to pass.
Yeah, and they said his production was up there, so I like that. All right, Tyson Anderson, safety from Toledo, available. Joshua Williams, cornerback from Fayetteville State. Kevin Austin Jr. This is 134th pick. We pick again at 172, by the way. Matt Waletzko from North Dakota.
I had Romeo Dobbs at 134 on my notes. Now I know he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
But here we should probably look at what are the trade offers. Let's just see what we have. There's
two trade offers. So whenever I pull these up, for whatever reason they don't. Let me see what they're asking. Can you tell what they're asking for? I'm very bad at reading these trade offers whenever I look at them. Because this says the Clippers and a great. It doesn't show me what they're offering exactly. Do you see what they're offering?
Chargers are offering. They're offering. I'm
not good at reading these.
Scroll down a little bit on there.
It doesn't tell me. See,
there's no futures offered. So this was 2022. I guess the offers are one. I mean, let's. I don't want I don't want this.
Okay,
I don't want.
all right.
I don't want these.
The next team, it says Houston Texans. Next pick is 170, and our pick is currently 134.
Yeah, we're
And
good. Let's just draw. Well, we're not going to take.
We're not going to do any trades. All right.
Yeah, no trade here.
So we still have Tyson Anderson at the top of the list. Joshua Williams, corner from Fayetteville State. Matt Walesko, tackle. We already addressed the tackle.
We've addressed tackle.
We got a guard sitting there. Pierre Strong, he was a speedster type running back. Could hit the outside zone very well. I've watched him a lot. Zachary Thomas. These guys will be available a bit later, though. We got later picks. A lot of linemen, some linebackers.
Linebacker. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty confident at linebacker right now.
Mm-hmm.
With the addition of Burks. I know that sounds silly, but I mean,
I got you.
You know, we do value versatile players. So anybody that can do special teams, anybody that can play on the line, guard, and let's look at interior. Let's look at DI. Let's go DI.
Just want to say what's up to Panama Queen really, really quick. I finally went back to the chat. Bash and John V. Bash and John V, the GMs. Thank you. It's John V, the GM. Actually, I'm kind of like Adam Peters. And who do you want to get again? You said you want to look at interior D-line?
Yeah, let's look at interior D-line.
Interior D-line. Okay, we're going to look at interior D-line right now. Decisions have to be made at the 134th pick overall. Defensive line, we got Matthew Butler from Tennessee, Neil Farrell. Curtis Brooks, your guy. He might show up a bit later, though.
Yeah, it's early to take Brooks.
Noah Ellis is going to show up a lot later. Yeah. Matthew Butler, what we're looking at here, 6'4", 297, a setting 3 technique who can disrupt both the pass and the running games. 76.7 overall grade, senior from Tennessee. That's who they have as the top guys. Neil Farrell. 6'4", 330. That's just a huge, probably run stopper type guy. Had a breakout season 21. 89.9 run defense grade. Not surprised with 6'4", 330 size. So we lost DJ Jones, so keep that in mind. Then Curtis Brooks.
Yeah, we did.
6'2", 285 Curtis Brooks. Okay. But you said you like him a lot in terms of production. Yeah.
I do like Brooks. I just, in round 4, let's go corner. Let's see corner again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Gonna go cornerback. We got Joshua Williams, Josh Joby, Alabama, Jalen Watson, Washington State, Deron Bland, who I've seen this guy show up a lot later, so I wouldn't necessarily go past him. But these are the other names right here.
I think I'm okay here. Let's go back to Booker. I have at 172. I have Booker at 172. Who did we visit with? Zachary Carter.
You're really torn on this one, bro.
I am, dude, because right now I feel like it's more of a luxury at this point because I've addressed everything else.
Yeah. Keep in mind we have 6 more picks. To some teams, that's a whole entire draft.
It is.
Or 5 more picks plus this pick.
I want to take Brooks here at 134.
Okay. You said that's the Cincinnati D lineman, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me pull him back up again because he didn't show up right away. All right, that's fine. You can take Brooks right here because we got all these other picks right here. Just look at us. So we have Curtis Brooks from Ohio, defensive line, a little bit undersized for interior D lineman, but I know you like him a lot and you got who you like. So Joshua Williams, cornerback from Fayetteville State, is still available. Joshua Iziudu from North Carolina guard. Pierre Strong, speedy type running back. Undersized. Zachary Thomas, tackle from San Diego State. Letica Smith, guard.
Still there. I know.
Ty Chandler is available. White's there. Jason Poe.
Let's draft. The value for Williams is probably great here.
Yeah, there's no other good corners left, in my opinion, as good as him available. And for the record, what his measurables are, doesn't pop up.
I don't know why. Want to
go that route?
Yeah, take Williams.
Okay, so at 172, we picked Joshua Williams, cornerback from Fayetteville State. And now we're at pick 187. Love that number. Joshua Izidu is still
here, but I knew he wouldn't be here. I knew it.
Izidu still there. Zachary Thomas is still there. Zaquandre Wright.
Zaquandre Wright. Take White right here.
All right, White. So you like him better than Chandler. So
I do like White.
From South Carolina Gamecocks, Deebo's former school, by the way. Kinlaw went there as well. 220 pick overall. Ty Chandler is still available. Jason Poe is still available. Chandler. You got Ty Chandler.
We can get guard. We can
wow. You got Jason Poe still there. We got Poe here. Right, we met up with Poe. He's a very mobile 49ers style guard. So that's great value in my opinion at where we picked for the scheme that he's in and what his talents dictate. Now, as Adam Peters would say, even though we kept him on to give him some guaranteed money, I'm not a big fan of what we have a backup quarterback behind Trey Lance. I'm not. So Brock Purdy's sitting there. He's a mobile type quarterback from Iowa State, 6'1", 212.
You like Brock Purdy here, huh?
He had a better season the year before, actually. Nice athletic quarterback, but who else is available? Let's see. Ryan Van Denmark, Snoop Connor, punter, Ryan Stonehouse, Nefi Sewell, I believe he's Penei Sewell's brother, linebacker from Utah. If there's anybody else, Nick Ford, center from Utah. James MP, center from BYU.
Latu is there. He's always there. Harry Miller.
Yeah, some of these guys we could pick up as undrafted free agents because, this is the last. This is the last pick. This is Mr. Irrelevant right now.
He actually.
That's the edge for Notre Dame, Tagovailoa, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's the last pick of the whole draft.
I know, and I just QB was just never part of any of my mocks.
Got it. That's fine.
I like let me see linebackers. Linebackers.
Let's do it, linebackers. See what's available for Mr. Irrelevant. Nefi Sewell was a guy that comes to mind. I know John Chapman liked him when I was doing the mock with him. Darian Butler, Arizona State. Nate Landon from Colorado. McKinley Williams from Arkansas. And a lot of these other guys are pretty much guys we can sign. Nefi Sewell, what are his measurables? 6 feet, 226. There you go right there. Highest graded game was 7.5. He had a lot of games that were in the 75s. There was ranking his game grades.
Let's go.
He was a junior.
Let's look at running back one more time.
Running back one more time. So keep in mind, didn't we already draft 2?
We have 2, but let me see. You know what? Let's go. Punter. Let's look at special teams.
Let's look at punter. All right. Special teams. Here we go. Matt Ariza, everybody's favorite, is still there. Is gone, obviously, but Ryan Stonehouse is available. 5'11", 185. Not necessarily a bigger punter, but doesn't really tell much about him.
I know that
Georgia's punter is there. Arkansas's punter. I'm not a punter expert, so just Jordan Stout, Penn State.
I know that we were really subpar at punting.
Yeah, it was good in the beginning of the season. I don't know what happened from that point on afterwards. At one point, the local radio stations were saying I got 99 problems, but a Mitch ain't one.
Let's go. Just hit the X up there. Let's see best player available. We'll take the top player.
BPA. We got Brock Purdy.
Or the tackle.
Ryan Van Denmark. Let's look at him really quick. 6'7", 304 height like that. You can't teach. You might have. Yeah. You want to take him?
Let's take him. Yeah.
Let's take him. We need to beef up that O-line. We lost Laken Tomlinson. We don't know if Alex Mack is coming back. A lot of people want to see something new in front of Brunskill. We didn't see Banks play last year. Jalen Moore only played a little bit. So, yeah. Let's see what we have here. So we traded away Deebo Samuel to the New York Jets. But we drafted wide receiver from Ohio State University, Garrett Wilson. Got to be on that. But sometimes I don't care what PFF says. It's more of what we need for our team.
I don't care
what fits in better. But Nick Benito, edge from Oklahoma, like that pick a lot. Center Luke Ford. I forgot when we made that center pick. We got an F for, but hey, when times are tough. If Alex Mack is going to retire, you need that guy there. Either way, you need him there. Safety Brian Cook from Cincinnati, A-. Wide receiver Danny Gray, who I like, got a lot of explosiveness with the ball in his hands. Speedy guy, B-. Kellen Deich, 6'7", offensive tackle from Arizona State, B+. Curtis Brooks, the D lineman that you like a lot from Cincinnati, bit undersized. We got an F on that one, but again, PFF's not always right.
It's going to be fine. Brooks is going to be fine. Brooks is a good pick.
Corner Joshua Williams, D-. Halfback Zaquandre Wright, who you like. I'm more of a Ty Chandler guy because he hits that outside zone really nice. A+ for him. Guard Jason Poe from Mercer, a little bit of an unknown guy, but the 49ers did meet up with him. More of a mobile type, athletic type guard. A+ on that one. Great value on that one. A B- not bad with the Mr. Irrelevant pick. Tackle Ryan Van Denmark from Connecticut, 6'7". You got a B on this grade. So if we lose Deebo, life's not going to be too bad. You know, Garrett Wilson. Sure,
a draft like this, bro. We probably wouldn't even use all these picks, to be honest with you.
So a good portion of these guys won't even make the team. To be honest with you, yeah.
You know? So. To get a Garrett Wilson, a Benito, a Fortner, a Danny Gray, White, and Ty Chandler. I mean,
even knowing that you lost Deebo, you still feel pretty good, huh?
It's the mentality of trying to replace Deebo is just it's not possible. You're just not going to replace him.
You just have to strengthen other positions is the way I look at it.
You really,
and you can still strengthen the wide receiver position group just in other different ways. We didn't have a Danny Gray type last year, or Garrett Wilson. I'm not really too familiar with his style. You can explain what you like about Garrett Wilson to the average Joe that hasn't really watched him. Okay.
Garrett Wilson fast. Great.
What makes him better? What do you like about him better than Olave? Because I hear he's one of the best route runners in the draft. Right, Wilson.
You know, they both had their games, right? So Olave is a great route runner, speed. Garrett Wilson, you know, the fact of the matter is, if you can get either Garrett Wilson or Olave, you're not hurting. You're not hurting. They're both great route runners, and if you could pair them up with a Brandon Ayuk.
And Kittle's always out there, and Jennings, and
you're not hurting. But the fact of the matter remains here, Bashar, is that like you don't want to be put in this position. Ultimately, I don't want to be put in that position. I really don't want to have to move off of Deebo if this isn't just a big fucking smoke show. You know what I mean? If this isn't just the Niners love a smoke show. They really like a smoke and mirrors before the draft. They really, really do. And you know, it's to be expected. The Niners are always going to approach the draft with some controversy at some point. So, you know, it's not ideal, man.
I think the 49ers organization, I mean, they showed it. They showed their hand well on this one. The Mac Jones situation, they laughed afterwards. Kyle pretty much said, "Oh yeah, you know, you guys kept talking about it, and we pretty much went with it." They knew that they were playing into the media's hands by going on with the Mac Jones, you know, BS before the draft. You know, I think the 49ers, I think they thrive on this. You know, the front office in some way, shape, or form. So, you know, hey, we end up getting Trey Lance, and all was good, and hopefully he becomes that guy. So, I'm really excited to see Trey Lance this year, hopefully with Deebo. But if we do get the proper picks, assuming we get the proper compensation that we want, a king's ransom perhaps, so definitely would love to see us make good on those picks if we had to, if that was the worst case scenario. Yeah, but hey man, it's been awesome having you on as a guest. I know you're a part of the Locker Room Rant. Follow this guy on his Twitter. I put his Twitter link in the description box. I put his YouTube channel, The Locker Room Rant, in the description box. Oh, you just hopped in there a little bit late there, buddy. Clown Man, what's up, dude? Good to see you. There he is. What's up, 49er Minded? How you doing, bro? I know you're hyped up about the draft. You had a great draft video when we drafted Trey Lance last year. Anybody who hasn't seen that, they definitely got to check that out. When we drafted Trey Lance, Clown Man's reaction video to that was off the chain. It was off the hook, and just a great 49er fan. And just go ahead and tell John V, before we wrap this up, tell him what you got going on with your Twitter Spaces and your Locker Room Rant YouTube channel. Let's let everybody know who you are and what's it's all about before we wrap this up.
I enjoy getting in there with the best of them, man. I like jumping in spaces. I like listening to everybody's takes. I like to add my 2 cents. I'm really distracted by this Deebo news. I really have. I'm distracted. Bashar, I'm distracted, man. Like a lot of the content for tomorrow's show is just going to be this entire thing. I just want to see how this plays out. My biggest hang up here is what went wrong, what happened, and why is he so disappointed with this franchise? Did we lowball him? Did we insult him with something that was, 49er-esque, right? Like, I feel like, we might see 49, we might see Deebo remain as a 49er, but if we cannot, we're going to be okay, man. Like we said, it's not the end of the world. Family, you can find me here at John V. Advernoose on Twitter or at the Locker Room Rant on Tuesday nights. It's three guys chopping it up about all sports, a Bills fan, a Browns fan, and a 49er fan. We cover our respective teams. We talk about the playoffs. We talk about baseball. It is what it is, man. We cover all sports and we do a roundtable talk. My man, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank
Always, man. I love having you on. I've only been the second time, but we just click when we're on here, and the flow, the conversation is so smooth and easy. And I know I had my little hiccup earlier where I forgot what I was going to say really quick, just because I let you rant a little bit, but that's my fault. But I ended up remembering.
Good.
Yeah, every now and that's what live TV is all. And the best thing about live TV is it's not about not making mistakes; it's about how you bounce back from those mistakes. So people who want to get into podcasting or whatever, if
PFF bombed me on some of my picks, bro.
I saw that. Yeah, they do it to me too.
For all they know, that could play out and be a phenomenal draft.
Oh yeah, so, I won't have the video to prove it. So I just want to thank you, man. I want to thank everybody in the chat for hopping on. Most of you guys were here earlier. Some of you guys came in late. Like we got Clown Man here coming in late, but I'm really appreciative of him coming in here. He's a great dude. Big time 49er fan. Just want to thank everybody for thank John V once again. We're going to talk a little bit after the show. We'll keep in touch on 49ers Twitter Spaces. If you don't have a Twitter account on your phone, get a Twitter account on your phone. Hop in the Spaces, enjoy the Niner talks. They're going to be really heavy once draft day comes or if a trade happens before draft day. Again, thank you guys for watching 49er Minded, where we get into the minds of 49er fans. So keep repping those 49ers and stay 49er minded. Peace. Come on, 49 faithful, let's get it.
Because it's 49er mind.
We gotta do this one time for the Empire.
It's 49er mind. It's 49er mind.
We gotta get that brick by brick done quick.
49er mind.
Yeah. Yo, we can't listen to them haters, man.
49er mind.
We from the Bay.
49er mind.
We them San Francisco 49ers.
49er mind.
We got that red and gold blood inside us.
49er mind.